Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous fragrance video. In this video I'm going to be talking about the best perfume releases of 2022 this year. Yes, this year is coming to an end. Can you believe that? It's coming to an end already. Christmas is right around the corner. The year's over. We're on the verge of a new year. Oh my goodness. Time flies, you guys. Anyway, there were some really amazing perfume releases this year. I'm looking at them right now and I'm realizing there were a lot of designer fragrances that were released, and yeah, some really good niche fragrances too, but they're about half-half. I'm surprised. And this is going to be focused on feminine leaning or feminine marketed fragrances or unisex fragrances that lean a little bit more feminine. And if there is one that kind of leans, that doesn't lean anything right in the middle, then I will include that fragrance also in my men's fragrances, best perfume releases for men in 2022 video, which I'm hoping to do. Hopefully I'll have enough time before the year is over, so stay tuned for that. Now let's find out what these best perfume releases of 2022 for women are. So you guys, I have some huge favorites here, huge favorites. So I need to talk about my top ones that I've been kind of in love with this year, So I'm not gonna do niche first, designer first, or anything like that. I'm just gonna pick up whatever comes to my hand and I'm going to talk about it. Oh my gosh, I have to talk about this. Oh, where did the chain go? I lost the little chain. Anyway, this is Soleil Passion by Michelob. This fragrance, you guys, it just got better and better and better over time. The more I wore it, the more I loved it. Because, when I first sprayed it, yes, I loved it. But, it took a little bit for it to really blow my mind. And you guys know how much in love I am with Michelob fragrances. I think the problem is this was released right as the colder months started. So it's not, in my opinion, the most perfect time to wear this fragrance. So I'm like really dying for spring and summer to come, and then I can wear this more often. But I tell you, I wore this quite a bit actually in fall because I like it so much that I just had to wear it, even though maybe the season may have not been the best time. And I feel like towards the end of winter here, I will be able to wear it again a lot more often. This one, you guys, is the most juicy. I can smell this fragrance like right here. This is a fresh, fruity kind of fragrance, but I tell you, it is strong. It is strong. It is quite projecting, quite lasting, and amazing. Like right now, I'm smelling it right here, and boy, does it smell so delicious. I am training myself to control myself when I sniff fragrances. I'm the kind of person who lives my life to the fullest, you guys. If I'm gonna sniff a fragrance, I'm gonna enjoy the scent of it. And especially if I'm gonna wear it that day, I'm gonna keep sniffing myself and I'm gonna go, so good. That's who I am. But you know what? This channel is for my lovelies, and not everybody has that kind of philosophy in life. So anyway, this one is so good. This one has wild strawberries and it has pomegranate. It's such a juicy fragrance, you guys. It's like a burst of, like, if you took a pomegranate seed, and you like squished it, how the juice just, squirt out, or you biting into a wild strawberry. By the way, wild strawberries aren't like the strawberries you buy in the store. They're a little bit more tart and juicy, and they're not like that super sweet strawberries you get in the store. And yeah, they have some sweetness, but you get what I mean. There's a little bit of a delicious tartness to this fragrance and sweetness to this fragrance, and it's just so juicy. I am loving this, and I cannot wait for summer to come. This is going to be one of those fragrances that's super amazing in the summertime when it's, you know, like those hot days, you know, hot summer days where I just want to feel fresh, and then it's gonna have that burst of juiciness. Absolutely beautiful, you guys. And Michelaf Soleil Passion, one of the best perfume releases of 2022. This niche fragrance house is one of the best. Now, this is the kind of fragrance houses that I call niche. Another new releases from M. Michelaf. This is the best. I kid you not when I tell you this. The best value for a holiday gift you will ever get when it comes to perfumes, fragrances. This one has 24, as you can see, you know, perfumes in here. Huge kind of deluxe travel sprays in here in each of these cute little drawers. I mean, how beautiful is this? So there are 24 of their gorgeous, stunning goddess-like fragrances in here, and then some, of course, masculine scents as well. They're very sexy as well. Right in the middle, so these are all the same size around the circle, and then here, the round box, I mean, and here you get right in the middle, Soleil Passion in a 30 ml bottle, you guys. I mean, that is an amazing deal, okay? And it's at $204. And if you use the discount code down in the description box, you get another percentage off of that. It's an amazing deal. I mean, imagine giving something this mind-blowing, this gorgeous to somebody for that price. Here, I'm gonna go for a designer one now. This one is Gabrielle Chanel Parfum. Now, this one is a very concentrated version of the Gabrielle Chanel Eau de Parfum. You guys, this one is so potent that all you need is a couple of dab, not even maybe these two dabs, just dabs behind the ears would be enough. This is so potent. As you can see, this is a tiny little bottle. It's the size of my palm right there, and it cost me a lot for the size. But I was like not disappointed at all when I wore this and realized the performance is just amazing, and it's super concentrated. This has a gorgeous amount of gorgeous white and yellow florals, like, you know, tuberose, jasmine, orange blossom, ylang ylang, name it. It's just absolutely super narcotic and intoxicating white and yellow floral. Highly recommend that, and that was one of the best releases, seriously, in 2022. Should I get the other Chanel out of the way too? Yeah, so this one is also from Chanel. I forget the name of the line of fragrances. Essentially, it was the line where, you know, it was inspired by Chanel's, Coco Chanel's, of course, favorite holiday spots or favorite locations, right? And I remember French Riviera was one of the places, of course, Paris, inspiration for this one, and many other places that she loved to travel to. So this one is inspired by Paris, France. Of course, this is Paris. This one, you guys, is this gorgeous rose scent. But this one is a very particularly super classy, very sophisticated rose fragrance with a lot of beautiful earthiness. Now I know not everyone agrees with earthy fragrances, but this one is just very, very, very sophisticated. This is sophisticated in the same way Gruyère is, okay? This one is also like that. This is that sort of that earthy rose sophisticated scent, and this one is absolutely, again, I hate using this phrase, beast mode is not something I like to use. People can smell this, you guys, like feet away, okay? I got complimented, actually, ironically, at the Chanel counter. It's funny that she couldn't recognize what it was. She was like, oh my gosh, what is that? That's absolutely beautiful. Is it a Chanel fragrance? I said, yes, it's Paris right there. So yeah, this one people can smell, and it smells very sophisticated. Is it like a first date fragrance or whatever? Is it a date? No, it's not a date type fragrance. It's a very kind of buttoned up, sophisticated fragrance that you can totally wear to work or work functions, daytime functions. It's a daytime fragrance, if you ask me. But it goes all year round actually, because the performance is amazing. Okay, you guys, this one, I really love this one. This one is amazing. It actually blew my mind. This is one of the 3 latest releases from the house of JUS Parfum. It stands for Joyeux, Unique, and Sensorial. This fragrance house, I'm really loving, and their bottles are just quite, you know, fabulous, aren't they? They're quite different from everything we know. This one, okay, I'm holding myself back. Okay, so I'm going to burst if I keep holding myself back. Anyway, this one is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this has this delicious juicy pomegranate accord, you guys. So juicy in the opening, and there's this creamy sort of vibe from this tonka lactonic accord. So it's like a tonka bean in milk kind of feel. Like, imagine, if you will, it's like a milky deep vanilla. Okay, milky deep vanilla. So if you put tonka bean into a warm cup of milk, okay, oh, so good. And this has that gorgeous sister flower note, you guys. It's like this flower that's kind of like labdanum, you know that so it's similar, and it's really good in like oriental, chypre, and fougere fragrances. It's like this very kind of deep, warm, kind of slightly balsamic, a little bit animalic kind of floral note. Yeah, it's not really, it doesn't smell like a flower, you get what I mean? Absolutely delicious, this fragrance, you guys. I'm telling you, it kind of blew my mind because it's different from most other fragrances I have in my collection. It really, really definitely blew my mind. Very pleasantly surprised. Sister flower, I think that pomegranate, the milky tonka, the tonka lactonic, wow, so good. Check this one out. Now, of course, I have to talk about this beauty. I mean, this was one of the most buzzed about fragrance releases, well, or one of them anyway. This is, of course, Burberry Her Elixir. This one is a little bit of, this one is like, has a little bit of that original Burberry DNA, but not a lot. This is more kind of like a creamy, milky, fruity version of it, if that makes sense. This one is very kind of milky, fruity, juicy, you know, kind of creamy fragrance. This has got loads of berry notes right in the opening, with a berry blast with strawberry, blackberry, juicy berries, you know, and then it's like dipped in this sort of like milk kind of thing. There's like a milky vibe, lactonic vibe. There's vanilla too to this fragrance, loads of vanilla. In the base, there's like jasmine for floral notes. There's a little bit of amber. You get the idea. This is very much like the milky, fruity, creamy version, sister of the original. And then we have this one, which I think is underrated, and no one is talking about this. Why? I don't know. This is absolutely gorgeous, goddess-like fragrance. Okay, it's gorgeous, kind of like in the same lines as some of the Emicala fragrances are. I gotta say, I've always loved J'adore fragrances. In fact, I used to wear the original when it first came out, like to death, okay? Absolutely. I was pregnant with my daughter at the time, and I remember, like, so my pregnancy, my scent memory really connects to that fragrance. I love that. I still do. And this one, you guys, is absolutely stunning. I mean, look at how it looks. It's like this frosted white bottle, and then the juice is even actually milky color. It looks like you're spraying milk on yourself, and it smells just divine, you guys. It has this gorgeous white florals like magnolia, jasmine, honeysuckle, just absolutely beautiful. And it has like a little bit of green notes. And the best thing about this fragrance, you guys, is the fact that this has no alcohol. This is a no alcohol fragrance. It's kind of like the Hermetica Paris fragrances, you know how they don't have any alcohol. This is absolutely stunning, and it lasts a long time and projects nicely. I very much enjoy this. When you wear this fragrance, you smell fresh and fabulous all day. This is a great one for like a plane ride, you know, if you're flying. perfect for travel. It'll keep you smelling like you just showered and beautiful and goddess-like the whole time. Okay, you don't even need to shower. This one, well, you need to shower if you can get to a shower. I mean, the only time I don't shower like twice a day is if I'm on a plane for more than how many ever hours, you know. So this one, it's so good, you guys. It's has the most fashionable, fabulous, feminine, gorgeous goddess-like scent ever. And I love the fact that it has a hint of green in there that just gives it like this bouquet of flowers kind of feel, like a garden, like putting your head into a basket of flowers. It's just so good. I think it's one of the best releases that no one is talking about. No one is talking about it. I don't get it, you guys. Like, I feel like sometimes people don't have any appreciation for really great fragrances, whether they're designer or niche. I don't care. Now, see that one tapped my nose, and now my entire nose smells like it. I can smell it from my nose just from that little tap. It's strong. It's not a weak fragrance. You would think that it looks milky. You know, it doesn't have alcohol. It's actually, because of the fact it doesn't have alcohol is why it's very kind of potent. It doesn't just evaporate off of your skin, you guys. It stays like an oil, like a deep, sensual, fabulous, gorgeous goddess-like oil. Anyway, the other one that I've been loving is this thing right here, you guys. This is from House of Sillage. This is from their Sweet Atelier collection, Sweet Dreams. Love the cupcake. This is the first time they actually did a cupcake with their cupcake bottles. Now, love this one. This is a compliment getter. I will say, to get compliments with this one, you had to be in a kind of a enclosed space. Like, it doesn't really project like far miles away, you know. But if you're in a kind of a close, you know, quarters with people, they can smell and you will get compliments. One time, one of the teachers that teach my son, when I went to pick him up, you know, they were putting the child in the car, and they put their head in, and they could smell me all the way from the front of the car, and they were like, "Wow, that's beautiful." So this one, people say smells like bitter peach. No, it doesn't. Okay, because I don't like bitter peach, but I love this one. This one has, you guys, that sexy, sultry Davana note in there. So good. Of course, peach nectar and a bunch of other beautiful notes. I think this was one of their better, in my opinion, from House of Sillage, one of their best fragrances, in my opinion. This one right here. I am thinking about buying the ice candy ice, or whatever that is, the new one. What do you think about that? Let me know down in the comment section, okay? Oh, you guys, another one that blew my mind this year was this fragrance right here, Maison Crivelli 724. This is probably one of the most unique freshies I've ever smelled in my entire life. I am not usually like a huge fan of like freshies. I mean, they're not my first thing that comes to my mind when I think of my top favorite fragrances in the world. But this does come to my mind when I think about my favorite fragrances. This one is so unique because it's this like aldehydic fragrance, but it's not exactly that either. You guys, it's very crisp, clean, very sunny, bright, beautiful, fresh fragrance. But there's a twist. You guys, this just actually give me kind of nostalgia in a way. This one, many of you may not be able to relate to this, but if you are from the part of the world that I was born in, which is South Asia, there are these incense. Again, don't take your mind to frankincense in the church. That's a very different incense scent. I'm talking about the very fresh floral incense that you get, you know, in that part of the world, that you get in temples and, you know, stuff. And this smells like a beautiful fresh jasmine incense, you guys. There's something, that aldehyde with the jasmine in here together, I think is what's creating that. It is absolutely enchanting. It just gives me happy thoughts, you guys. Aldehydes in the first place kind of gives me sunny, happy vibes in the middle of like dark winter here. But this one, I cannot wait for the end of winter. I'm gonna start wearing this at the end of winter because performance is absolutely fabulous, fantastic. So you can wear this in winter if you want, because there's something very crisp and clean about winter too. You know what I mean? This is not the one for fall, okay? I would say end of winter, spring, summer. So stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. And then I have this one in, everybody talks about. This one is of course Libre Flanker by Yves Saint Laurent. You guys, this one is the latest one to flanker to the Libre line. This one, you guys, is that same gorgeous, you know, lavender with the huge dose of vanilla that you got in the Libre Intense. But there's a big difference in this one because the citruses in here, especially the mandarin orange, that syrupy, kind of sticky mandarin orange is heightened. It's more prominent here, the mandarin orange. And also in this, the bucket of honey. There's a bucket of honey in here. So there's a very sweet, syrupy honey accord in here that's very kind of syrupy, okay? There's no other way to put it. So I think it's beautiful. Is it like 10 out of 10? No, but it is a gorgeous fragrance. I think it was a great release this year. Here's another one. This one is new to my collection. This is BDK Paris Niche Fragrance Gris Charnel. You guys, this one is the intense heightened version of Gris Charnel, the original, which from what I know, I have a sample of Gris Charnel. This one smells different from the original, not exactly the same. But this one is such a cozy, enveloping, cocooning, comforting, woody vanilla fragrance. You guys, there's loads of, you know, sandalwood in here that's just so sensual, so comforting, and it's amazing for winter. This is like, I can't think of a better fragrance for winter, okay? This is like the best fragrance for winter. And then of course there's Santal Complete, but that's not a new release. Anyway, this one is quite unisex. So like I said, there are a few unisex fragrances in this video that I'll also include in the men's version of this. But you guys, this has a huge amount of tonka bean, which is very prominent in this one. Very, very prominent tonka bean. There's something very cocooning and sensual about this fragrance. I think it's one of the best releases this year. And then we have this one right here from the House of Narciso Rodriguez. This one is, of course, Musk Noir Rose. You guys, this one is another fresh musky rose fragrance. Now, you know what? I'm having a little trouble smelling this. The atomizer is not the best on this one. So let me kind of smell. I don't like spraying fragrances in the air, you guys. I know a lot of YouTubers do that. You try that at home. When you spray a fragrance in the air, the droplets of it doesn't smell the same. It doesn't smell right in the air, you guys. So it's like a really silly thing to spray it in the air and be like, do that, because you can't really smell the fragrance, okay? You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just spray it on the back of the hand, although I'm actually I got a scent of the day right here. I'm wearing this one, but you know, this is winter. This one is more of a spring fragrance. Oh, this is very beautiful, very fresh, musky rose. What else can I say? I mean, I love musk, you guys. Musk is a must. I always say musk is a must, okay? It makes fragrances sexy, fashionable, edgy, something about musk. This one is impossible to find, so I kind of want this to be towards the end. Lancôme, L'Anneau et Trésor Intense. This one is a gorgeous cherry fragrance. Really so good. It's a beautiful, you know, rose cherry fragrance. You smell that rose, you smell the cherry. So it's a little different from your, you know, everyday cherry almond, cherry almond fragrance. Yes, there's an almond accord in here, but it's just there complementing the fragrance. It's more of a cherry rose fragrance with a little almond nuance to it and loads of vanilla, like all of the L'Anneau et Trésor fragrances tend to have. They have a base of vanilla, you know, usually like very sweet vanilla base, this thing is coming off. Yeah, so it was one of the great releases. And I have another cherry fragrance here from Carolina Herrera. This one is Good Girl, Very Good Girl Glam. So let me spray this. Oh, I remember this had to be open like this. So I haven't had a chance quite yet to wear this as much because I have like a gazillion fragrances, you guys. Another beautiful cherry fragrance. This one smells to me more like a cherry blossom fragrance more than a cherry fragrance. I think I talked to you about this before. Yes, it has that beautiful cherry accord, but it smells very floral at the same time. So with the white florals in here mixed with the cherry, it smells very much more like kind of slightly fruity too, but very floral, cherry blossom kind of fragrance. Absolutely beautiful. I like it a lot. And then I have this one from Maison Crivelli. This is Ombre Chromatique. Let me tell you one thing before I get started on this one. This is definitely not a safe blind buy if you don't love incense, okay? So remember that. This is an amazing fragrance release, but for those of you who don't enjoy a nice, smoky, gorgeous incense, cozy incense fragrance, this is probably not for you because it's very incensey. It's an amber fragrance with a lot of incense, and it's absolutely beast mode. You could not wash this off. I mean, all Maison Crivelli fragrances, they are extrait, you know, this is an extrait, so it's high in oil concentration. So it lasts for forever until you wash yourself in the shower, and even after you can smell it. Same with clothes, won't come off even if you wash them really. Anyway, and another gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous release this year was this one right here from, you know, Jean Paul Gaultier. This one is Scandale Le Parfum. This one is a gorgeous narcotic white floral scent. It has that same vibe as the Alien Mugler, Alien Thierry Mugler, not the Mugler, the original formulation. Thierry Mugler Alien has that vibe about this, that dark jasmine, sort of dirty jasmine vibe, but only very sexy and kind of musky. Yeah, very kind of very sexy. It's got that glamour vibes, and Mikolov glamour, you know, similar vibes. Very, very, very sexy, narcotic, hypnotic, sexy, edgy white floral fragrance. And then we have again from Jean Paul Gaultier this other gem, again hard to get a hold of. By the way, that one, Le Parfum, Scandale Le Parfum, hard to find. One other thing I forgot to mention, it's nothing like the other Scandale, so it's totally different. It's not even a flanker, because the other Scandals, they're honey fragrances, not this one, okay? It's completely different DNA, all right? Don't think that's a flanker. That one's hard to find here in the US. I mean, difficult to get a hold of. I will link all this stuff down in the description box, how I got a hold of them. But anyway, and here's another one that was a little bit elusive, was a little hard to find, but I finally found it. This one is, of course, a Fleur Terrible by Jean Paul Gaultier. This one, you guys, is that, no, I can't smell this one either very much, so I'm gonna spray it right here a little bit. Oh, this is the most delicate. That's like the way to put it. This is like the quintessential spring fragrance, you guys, or summer actually, but this is this most delicate. It has like the most delicate accords. It's like very kind of violety and powdery and aquatic, and it's just like a very delicate fragrance. There's like this beautiful, delicate water lily scent, you guys. Have you ever smelled a water lily? I mean, it's a tropical floral. It grows in like ponds and stuff in water. Oh my God, it's the most ethereal scent ever. You smell like a goddess wearing this, I'm telling you. Like when you walk past people, you'll be like, I'm like the, you know, the ethereal goddess. Anyway, this one has that gorgeous water lily note in there that's beautiful. There are like some blue purple florals that are powdery in here, like violet and iris, I'm sure. Loads of vanilla, like the other one of the line. This is, what is this line? This is from the La Belle. There you go, La Belle line. So like the other La Belles have, this also has a lot of vanilla, but it's definitely for summertime. Now where is my little, I don't know, I lose these little things all the time. So then I have this one. This is a flanker to the whole Coach line. I love the original Coach in the gold bottle. That is very like sexy. There's like a leather note in there. It's very like fashionable smelling. And now this one is the 2022 Flanker, the Wild Rose. This one is got like, this is like fruity and floral, you guys. This one's also kind of hard to smell without spraying. Hold on one second, because of the way the atomizer is. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is beautiful. This has got loads of rose and like other florals in here, like jasmine and stuff. It's very beautiful. And then this has loads of like ambroxan that makes it sort of, you know, gives that sort of marine vibes and the little bit of like that, you know, it's like the synthetic version of ambergris, you get what I mean. And this has got like loads of tonka bean that gives it like that deeper vanilla scent. I think this is underrated. It's a beautiful fragrance. I love the whole Coach line, which I don't talk about enough on my channel. I don't know why. And then we have this gorgeous beauty from one of the most prestigious fragrance houses in the world, Kriegler. This is Kriegler Voyage au Paradis. This one took a little bit for it to grow on me. It's like this beautiful, fresh, white floral fragrance. It's got loads of like orange blossom and actually some yellow florals because there's osmanthus in here. No, usually not a huge fan of osmanthus, but it depends on the composition. This has got jasmine, osmanthus, orange blossom, that sort of notes, you know. It has actually frangipani, which is one of my favorite florals. Although the frangipani is played down a little bit, and I think osmanthus took over frangipani there a little bit. I wish the frangipani was a little bit more prominent in this one. This has a teensy bit of a caraway seed. It gives it like a, not a licorice vibe, you know, like the caraway seeds have that, you know, vibe. Again, great for summertime, you guys. Not the right time for this fragrance. Loads of musk in this too, so it's very like fashionable and edgy, whatever. So I am gonna make an honorable mention for this one right here, the Kayali new fragrance, the Kayali Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64. This one is a beautiful composition. You guys, I did a full dedicated review, so I'm not gonna stay here. I'll link it up here and down in the description box. This one, you guys, is absolutely beautiful. It has this like creme brulee note. It's like it's supposed to be an intense version of the original Vanilla 28, which it isn't. It doesn't last any longer. It doesn't project. That is my only problem with this, which is why it's only an honorable mention, but I still have to respect the fact that it has a gorgeous composition, right? It's not the most unique composition, but it's beautiful. It's got a little bit of an oud accord, has a little bit of that slight bit of barnyard vibe, but not like too strongly. You know, it's an oriental fragrance, so it's okay, you know what I mean? It has that sugared patchouli. You know, Mona did that, I think, to kind of make it palatable to most people. Patchouli can be very kind of polarizing. It's a beautiful fragrance, but it doesn't really last on me, and it doesn't project very much, just like a foot. You know, you kind of have to be like right up to people for them to smell this one. I mean, it lasts very much like a skin scent. It becomes a skin scent after like the first half hour, okay? That's the only problem, but it's still a beautiful fragrance, beautiful composition. So those are the most fabulous, feminine leaning fragrance releases of 2022. Let me know down in the comment section what you think are the best fragrance releases of 2022. Let me know down in the comment section what your thoughts are on these fragrances that I talked about. I love to hear from you guys. Come on, you guys. The best way you can support me is by commenting down there and thumbsing up my videos if you like them, and then of course, you know, watching my videos. And then of course there are some links down there that are affiliate links that makes like a tiny minuscule amount of commission for me, like literally pennies. So that is a good way, and it doesn't cost you anything to use those links. It's just like a referral system, so that does help me also. So I really appreciate your support, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell right next to it, if that way you will never miss any of my videos, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I will see you guys in my next video.